So this morning, Bradford City confirmed that left-back Liam Ridehalgh has signed a new one-year contract with the football club. In today's video, I will be giving you guys my thoughts and opinions on this news. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 70 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are now on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Drop a comment in as well down in the comment section down below. Are you happy about this news with Liam Rideout? It's certainly interesting because it is actually now my understanding that Clark Adora has not been brought in to play left back. He said himself in his own getting to know video, he's a number 10 who can play on the wing. So it looks like unless we're going to play him out of position or not in his natural position at left back, then it looks like Matty Folds could potentially stay, and obviously Liam Ridehalgh is now an option there. On to Liam Ridehalgh though specifically, I must say I'm not impressed by the news. Now, if he's a backup, I could maybe get on board with that for the season because I think he's a 6 out of 10. You know, he's pretty steady. He does have a mistake in him. He's not great going forward. You can't really take his man on because he doesn't have the pace to. Defensively, he's poor. A lot of the time he gets skinned because he's just not quick enough and he's not agile enough to turn around. And we saw in that playoff semi-final second leg where he allowed their fullback or winger to come inside far too easily, and then it was, you know, a couple passes, poor mistake from Lewis, and Halliday scored the own goal. It's a calamity of errors really, but it all started from Liam Rideout allowing the man to come inside, and we see him do that all the time, just allowing people to come inside rather than to take them down the line. It's my understanding that your fullback's job is to take someone down the line so they're not going near the goal and then stop the cross. So maybe he's been instructed to do something different, but Brad Halliday never seems to do that. And yeah, Liam Rideout for me, he's a steady backup, but if he's our starting left back next season, I can't see us really challenging because you need contributions from your fullbacks in the modern day. Halliday got a decent amount of contributions last season. Liam Rideout, well, he had his injuries, only 3 assists. You know, Matty Folds, only 2 assists. We need someone on that left-hand side, like a Clark Adora, if you're going to play him there, who can get goals, can get assists. If we have a read then of the club's article, Bradford City tweeted at 9:59 this morning saying Liam Ridehalgh has put pen to paper on a new initial one-year contract. There was no video or anything like that. It was just a nice little pictures of Liam Rideout in this new black polo shirt, which was my understanding that was the staff shirt, but all the new signings and contract extensions seem to be wearing that shirt, so I don't really know what's going on there. Hopefully we get some news about the new kits and new training stuff coming out very soon. It's also confirmed today we have another pre-season friendly for the 29th of July. We'll be travelling away to Rochdale, which is not the most exciting of pre-season friendlies. You know, I've been to Rochdale about 8 times now, but it is what it is. I guess it's a nice thing to get in the bank before the start of the season. The article does then read, Ridehalgh pens new deal. Liam Ridehalgh has put pen to paper on a new initial one-year contract with Bradford City AFC. Now, having had a quick read of the article already, there's no mention in here about him having the option of a further year, but the fact that it says initial one-year contract confuses me, because normally when there is the option to trigger it for a further year, they note that in the article, but because it says initial one-year contract, I don't really know. Maybe if he plays 20 or 30 appearances, he gets an extra year. That might potentially be what it is, but yeah, certainly an interesting one there. Anyway, the deal will keep the left back at the University of Bradford Stadium until at least the conclusion of the 2023-24 season. Having arrived at the club following his release from Tranmere Rovers in the summer of 2021, obviously under Derek Adams, the Halifax-born defender has made 62 appearances in Claret and Amber over the past 2 campaigns. He said, "I'm delighted to get the deal done and to be staying here for another year. We fell short last year, but hopefully this season we can push on and get that promotion we all want. We improved from the season before, so it was tough to lose in the playoffs like we did, but it has made us all hungrier to succeed for this club and these supporters. I've absolutely loved my time here so far and really enjoyed working with the manager. He's put a great deal of trust in me, which means a lot, so hopefully I can repay him. I'm looking forward..." Sorry about the cut there, I was just trying to read his quote and we had a massive advert come up on the screen, so that wasn't ideal. Anyway, I am looking forward to being back around the boys again for pre-season and working towards our goal of getting this club back into League One and beyond. City manager Mark Hughes said, "We are pleased to have tied Liam down to at least another year with us." Again, Mark Hughes mentioning at least another year, so I'm going to assume there's some sort of appearance bonus where if he plays a certain amount of games, he will get another year, because it doesn't mention that he will be guaranteed a year if we just want to do that. I'm pretty sure this will be an appearance-based thing, unless I'm maybe reading too much into it. In the season and a half I have spent here, he's proved a reliable, dependable player. I would disagree with that. You know, he's had a lot of injury problems. I don't really think he's reliable or dependable. Maybe when he's playing, he's been pretty solid, but reliable when he's spent what is it, about 3-4 months of the season out injured? I'm not really sure I can agree with that. He carries a lot of attributes that not only make him a solid defender, but a threat going forward. He's a popular member of the dressing room whose importance to our squad is well recognised by everyone. I know after spending time out with his injury last season, he, like all of us, is determined to come back stronger and achieve success for Bradford City, and we look forward to having him with us again. Liam Ridehalgh will be continued to be sponsored by Urban Esquire for the 23-24 season. Now, I can get on board with the fact that obviously he brings good experience and he's been there and done it. I think he won promotion with Tranmere Rovers, but in terms of actual footballing ability, I don't think he is good enough to be starting week in, week out for Bradford City. And with him having his injury problems, you know, these have been reoccurring now over the last couple of months and seasons, really. It's a little bit, not a gamble, because I do think we will bring in another left-back, unless maybe Matty Folds is staying and Mike Hughes plans on having Matty Folds as a starting left-back, which we'll have to wait and see, like what I mentioned about Ridehalgh, because we don't know what his actual position is, where Hughes is going to play him. We'll have to see how things play out as the season goes by, but in my opinion, I don't hate the fact that he's been given, you know, another year, but for me personally, I don't think he is good enough to be starting. You have to let me know down in the comment section down below, because I think it's been very split on social media from what I've seen, especially on Twitter. Some people just don't think he's anywhere near good enough, and other people think he's pretty defendable. I think in the 21-22 season, he was a pretty solid player. He was, in my opinion, one of our top 5 performers in that campaign, but so was Dion Pereira, so was Jamie Walker. And when you've got better players then in the season just gone by, then players have come down to just looking fairly average. So I'm not so sure. Maybe it would have been harder and maybe more expensive to go out and get another left back in who's that sort of age, who's happy to be a backup. Maybe Liam Rideout has been promised a starting role. Maybe he's been promised a number 3 shirt again. We'll just have to wait and see. But with Ridehalgh saying that he is an attacking midfielder who can play on the wing, it did certainly confuse me, because I don't really know now what's going to happen with Liam Ridehalgh, or even Matty Folds as well. Who's going to be first choice? Who's going to be backup? Is Folds going to move on? We'll just have to wait and see. In terms of Ridehalgh's statistics then from the season just gone by, he played 26 matches, starting all 26 of them. In total, he accumulated 3 assists, created 1 big chance, and averaged 0.9 at key passes per game. He had a 71% passing accuracy. He kept 9 clean sheets, averaging 0.7 interceptions per game, 1.9 tackles per game, 1.9 clearances per game. He averaged 4.7 total duels per 90, winning 52% of them, 2.8 on the ground, winning 54%, and 1.9 in the air, winning 51%. I do just want to quickly compare the statistics between Liam Ridehalgh and Matty Folds from the season just gone by. So Liam Ridehalgh averages 1.85 at tackles per 90, whereas Matty Folds averages 3.16 tackles per 90. Liam Ridehalgh averages 0.87 interceptions per game, whereas Matty Folds averages 1.73 interceptions per game. Liam Ridehalgh wins 4.76 ground duels per 90, whereas Matty Folds wins 6.7 ground duels per 90. In terms of aerial duels, Liam Ridehalgh wins 2.12 aerial duels per 90, whereas Matty Folds wins 2.45 aerial duels per 90. In terms of dribble pass per game, Liam Ridehalgh gets dribble passed on 0.45 occasions per game, whereas Matty Folds gets dribble passed on 0.88 occasions per game. In terms of clearances, Liam Ridehalgh averages 2 per game, whereas Matty Folds averages 3.41 per game. And in terms of shot block, they both average shots blocked, they both average 0.45 per 90. So apart from the dribbled pass per 90, Matty Folds statistically is the better left back. Now, you can bend and twist stats however you want. They are just the hard facts of what I can see here. I don't know what website these are off, because they're different to the ones that I've obviously just said on SofaScore. And also, just to quickly end on this comparison, Liam Ridehalgh averages a goal conceded every 124 minutes, whereas Matty Folds averages a goal conceded every 75 minutes. But again, they are some statistics taken from his time with Harrogate, so they're more likely to concede goals, because obviously they were down near the bottom end of the table and we were obviously challenging for promotion. So take them both with a pinch of salt. My overall thoughts then to conclude, I'm not upset, but I'm certainly not happy about the news. I'm pretty meh about it. Here is how the current Bradford City squad is lining up for the 23-24 campaign. I have moved a couple players around in their positions from the previous graphic that you will have seen. Obviously, Liam Rideout now in at left back, Emmanuel Osadibe slotted from the 10 role down into number 8 role, because I think he's more of a box-to-box with obviously Ridehalgh coming in. I've just put him in the cam role because he can play attacking midfield or on the wing, but just for the sake of OCD and balance, I'm going to put him in attacking midfield until we sign another player who can play there. I'm going to leave it there though for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 70 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Drop a comment in as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on Liam Ridehalgh signing a new 1 1-year contract with Bradford City, initial 1-year deal as well. Thank you all very much for watching today's video. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all tomorrow at 4 o'clock for another one. Peace.